Clear. They stacked on the door without speaking. 4 Marines, tight formation, weapons up. The hallway smelled of dust and burned insulation. Concrete flaked along the walls. Light flickered overhead. Somewhere above them, something thumped. Slow, measured, not gunfire. Corporal Reed raised a fist. The stack froze. The door was wooden, plain. No blast scoring, no wire, no barricade. Reed glanced at it, then at Miller. Breacher. Miller stepped forward, set his stance. Ready. The kick landed hard. The door swung inward. Light spilled out. Bright. Even. They flowed through on instinct, muzzles pieing each section of the room. Arcs tight, shoulders brushing past one another, and stopped. Carpet under their boots. Low partitions. Cubicles arranged in rows. Fluorescent lights hummed overhead. A printer chirped once, then settled. Coffee cups sat on desks. A jacket hung on the back of a chair. Garcia blinked. Corporal? Corporal Reed swept left, then right. Clear, he said. Hayes lowered his rifle half an inch. This isn't right. Reed shot him a look. Stay sharp. They pivoted back toward the door. Miller pulled it open. Instead of the dusty, shrapnel-damaged hallway they expected, they found another modern office space. Different layout, same lighting, same hum, desks angled differently. A whiteboard covered in half-erased notes in English. A clock on the wall read 10:17. Garcia frowned. Did we just? Back out, Reed said. They stepped through. The first room was gone. They stood in a conference room now. Long table, rolling chairs. A projector mounted to the ceiling. A screen pulled halfway down, frozen on a slide titled Quarterly Overview. The words were in English. Hayes scanned the ceiling. Where the hell did the hallway go? Reed didn't answer. He raised a hand, rotated it. They cleared the room. Another door. Another office. This one carried a faint citrus smell. A lunch bag sat open on a desk. A phone buzzed once, then went silent. Garcia shook his head. Corporal, this place. Mark it, Reed said. Garcia spotted a cup on a desk, packed with pens and markers, and pulled out a permanent marker. On the white painted wall beside the door frame, he drew an X and slid the marker into his pocket. They moved on. When they turned back, the mark was gone. Miller stopped. Corporal Reed. Reed looked back. No X. Fresh white paint where the X had been. No one panic, Reed said. We clear forward. They tried comms. Actual, this is Bravo 2-1. Radio check. Static. Reed sucked air through his teeth. Garcia, find a window. Try the sat phone. Garcia spotted a window on the far side of the office. He duck-walked, keeping his head below the cubicle walls, then low-crawled to the glass, keeping his profile down to avoid would-be snipers. He keyed the pre-programmed number for actual. No signal. Damn it. No dice, Corporal. Garcia slipped the sat phone back into the pouch on his chest rig and carefully peeked over the lower edge of the window. Corporal, you need to see this. Reed crawled up next to him. Outside was a city street, cars moving, people walking, sunlight reflecting off glass. No damage. No smoke. Reed stared, jaw tight. Gimme the sat. Reed keyed in the number. The call went through. Actual, Reed said. This is Bravo 2-1. How copy? Silence. Then the response came back, tight and controlled. Bravo 2-1. We're showing issues with your unit trackers. Reed closed his eyes. Say again. Your beacons are reporting inconsistent data. Reed exchanged a look with Hayes. What kind of inconsistent? Reed asked. Another pause. Your beacons indicate your state side. Reed stiffened. Negative actual. On station. Echo 2-1. Time 00. Copy. Beacon data is glitching. Shows current pause is CONUS. Stand by. Reed lowered the sat phone. All eyes were on him. Tracking systems glitching, Reed said. Shows we're back stateside. Hayes laughed half-heartedly. That would be nice. Reed didn't respond. He put the phone back to his ear. The channel went dead. Reed grimaced. Line's dead. Let's find a better spot and get a line on the satellite. They moved again. Door after door. Room after room. Each space cleared cleanly. Still no people. Hallways looped. Turns led to places they had already passed. A break room appeared twice, identical down to a chipped mug that read, World's Best Dad. The clock appeared again. 10:17. Miller tapped the face of the clock. Clock's busted. They slowed, measured steps, counted doors, marked directions with permanent marker. The ink disappeared. They found a stairwell. They descended to the floor below. Miller pushed the door open. Cubicles. Again. Hayes laughed once, short and sharp. Reed glanced over at him. Hayes nodded and reset. They reached a door with no signage, no scuffs, no handle wear, a metal slab set into drywall. Reed studied it. Stack up. They did. The door opened. Daylight. They stepped onto a city sidewalk. Traffic rolled past. Tires hissed. Wind tugged at their uniforms. Sunlight reflected off glass towers. They stopped. People stared, then kept walking. 2 teenage boys walked by. Cool, one of them said, quitting his scroll to snap a picture. Is it a movie thing? He asked. His friend said, Cosplay, I bet. Looks so real. Just like Call of Duty, bruh. Never know what you're gonna see in this city. Reed turned slowly. Beyond the buildings, framed between steel and glass, rose the curved outline of a stadium. Red signage. Empty seats catching the light. Wrigley Field. Garcia swallowed. Corporal? Reed lowered his weapon just enough to rest it against his chest as he pulled out the sat phone. Boys, I don't think we're in the sandbox anymore.
This has been a story from the other side of now. If you enjoyed this story and you would like to hear more stories like this one, please like, subscribe, and comment.